Hello, listeners. Welcome to Employees Be Damned, a D&D actual play podcast brought to you by Brain Adventures. Employees Be Damned is a story about a group of ordinary mall employees who clock in one day to find their workplace has descended into the 9 hells, and they must now serve devilish customers while trying to find a way to escape their literal hell jobs. Let's meet our imprisoned employees.
Hi, I'm Logan Arneson, and I play Whitney Gemstone, a blue gem cobalt rogue and driven businesswoman. I work at what is now Jailer's Gems and enjoy the intellectual side of life.
Hi, I'm Lex Phillips. I will be playing Tamsin McCrae, the freshly re-orphaned Tabaxi Tiefling, assistant manager of Hell Topic.
Hi, I'm Mikey, and I play Direk. He's a kind-hearted half-orc who left his tribe of fighters to work at the mall. A hellhound on a stick.
Hi, I'm Ellie Webster, and I'm playing Lucian Josselstave, an overconfident Leonin bard working as the mall Satan.
And I'm Izzy Rebels, the Dungeon Master for Employees Be Damned. And now, without further ado, what is it? I always forget.
Ado. You said it.
And now, without further ado, Employees Be Damned. Last time on Employees Be Damned. 4 ordinary mall employees, Direk, Whitney, Lucian, and Tamsin, clock into their crappy customer service jobs at the Ornfine Mall, only for Tamsin to soon be faced by an unruly customer who pushes her past her breaking point. Simultaneously, the Ornfine Mall spontaneously descends into the 9 hells, and nearly a year later, we see our imprisoned employees are now working hellish versions of their old mall jobs at what is now known as the Infernal Plaza. Whitney steps out of line and as punishment has her hand permanently cut off, while an imp named Putrid begs the mall Satan, aka Lucian, for an escape from his awful Cambion mother, who has now picked a fight with Direk. This Cambion woman, who I'm just going to disclose right now, her name is Cambion Karen.
That's exactly what I was thinking the entire time.
Cambion Karen has now cornered Direk basically in his own workplace and is ready to throw hands. She is well past the point of talking to your manager, Direk. So, based on initiative, I am somewhat sad to say Cambion Karen is actually going to be the first to go because she rolled a nat 20 plus her initiative. The first thing she's going to do is look directly at you, Direk. Direk, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh dear.
That's not gonna be
Possible.
great. Yeah, possible. That's a 15. Oh, no, that's an 18 minus 1. It's a 17.
So that is... it's good enough. Cambion Karen looks deep into Direk's soul, and you feel a fire ignite within you that is meant to corrupt your very being. But it does not, and you are fine.
Oh,
That being said, she's so angry that did not work. And she's just like, oh my god, you insolent little child. And she drops the chokehold of Putrid, and Putrid just falls to the ground and scampers away and runs back towards the Satan's workshop, Satan's sweatshop.
Yes!
yes.
Very good.
Putrid runs back to Satan's sweatshop and is clawing at the throne and is like, Satan, you have to help. And that is going to be Cambion Karen's turn. She's standing on the other side of the counter from you, Direk. And now it is Whitney's turn.
Does Whitney see this happening?
Yeah, absolutely. Everybody sees this happening.
She is
Whitney's-
triggered, and she is making a scene.
Whitney is already having a bad day.
Well, why?
She sacrificed a soul. She lost a hand. She's eating out of the trash. And now she's hearing a very belligerent customer being the worst. She just turns around and she throws her lunch at the back of Cambion Karen's head and says, "Shut up!"
Go ahead and make a dexterity check, right?
Yeah.
And add, I guess that's it. You're not proficient in throwing trash, so.
Ugh, that's an 8. Come on, rolls. They do
Oh,
not
man.
like me.
Ooh. All right. Well, you did just lose a hand, so But yeah, spurted all over the counter. Direct, you're gonna have to clean that up later.
Hi.
Cambion Karen turns away from Direct. Just her head, though. Her body stays staring in the direction that Direct is in. Her head turns around like an owl, and she looks you dead in your eyes, Whitney. And what else would you like to do? You've thrown trash, and you got her attention. And you told her to shut up.
I'm gonna bonus action cast Shadowcast on her. I'm just gonna, point at her and be like,
Ooh.
you are being just the worst. Obnoxious. You need to stop. And I'm gonna attempt to blind her. That's a 17.
17. Ooh, a 17 does not hit.
What? That 17 doesn't hit?
Not our
Guys?
first encounter of them having an AC over. Oh, God.
Oh,
Okay.
jeez.
You're the worst, Izzy.
You throw that blob of, shadowy inkiness at her face, and her face full on, turns into a red-hot blaze of fire. The shadow is eaten by the fire, completely consumed by the light, and her head turns back into Cambion Karen. And her body now faces you.
Ugh.
Anything else, Whitney?
I'm gonna leave. I'm just gonna walk 30 feet away from the food court. Be like, no, I had the worst day. I'm not dealing with this anymore. No, that's the Whitney's done.
Alright, so Lucian, little scratching imp putrid is here, scratching at your throne, begging you for help. Once again, the desperation is physically seeable.
Lucian goes, aha, putrid! What seems to be the problem?
My mother, she's going on a rampage again, and the doll didn't work. And he just holds up a doll, and it's the doll you gave him, and it's completely just the cotton innards all over his little tiny grubby hands. I need help.
I think at this point Lucian looks up and sees that Durek and Whitney are also kind of in this altercation and decides he's going to be a hero because he's the protagonist of his own story. Naturally. So I think he's going to start off with a bonus action, and he is going to do a daunting roar. So he's going to rush forward and let out this this massive roar, and she needs to do a wisdom saving throw.
I got a 7 on that save. I assume that doesn't work.
That doesn't hit, and it's so good because the DC on this is low. Okay. So she is now frightened of me. I don't remember what the frightened condition does, but I think that just basically means she wants to get away from me as quickly as possible.
Frightened means she can't get closer to you, and it also means that she has disadvantage on any attack roll she makes while the thing she's scared of is in her, view of sight. And anything that attacks her has advantage as long as the thing she fears is in sight.
Nice.
So in that case, I think Lucian's going to say, as Satan, I decree, leave these good folk alone. And then he's gonna just do a claw attack.
Remember, you have advantage now.
Yes, and I have advantage. Yay!
So you just rush up on her, and Cambion Karen is Lucifer, my godliness. So sorry.
So they rolled a 24.
Ooh, that hit.
Yeah, that is 5 damage.
That is 5 less hit points than she had.
Woo!
So then now it is Tamsin's turn.
How far is Tamsin from Cambion Karen?
Tamsin is 50 feet away.
So this has a range of 60 feet. So Tamsin's going to cast Ray of Frost, which is a cantrip.
They're all trying to fuck this lady up.
Tamsin's had it. Okay, Tamsin is not having it. She saw this altercation start. She knows that Durek was doing his job. This bitch said that Hellhound on a stick is confusing. Fuck you.
The name of the shop is the instruction.
Right? And so this cantrip has a +6 to hit and DC. So I rolled a 12, but the +6 makes that, what, 18?
18 doesn't hit.
You're the worst, Izzy.
Oh wait, but you have advantage though.
Well, yeah, you-
Oh, I do have advantage. I do have advantage. So let me roll again.
Oh, yeah.
That's a 14. So
Okay.
14 plus 6 is 20.
20. That hits.
Perfect. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yes. 1d8. So that is 4 points of damage.
Nice. And her speed is reduced. Okay, cool. We're doing it. Chipping
And
away.
so,
Chipping away.
After casting that, Tamsin's gonna like book it to get closer. Probably get within about 15 feet of her, so that on her next move she can actually like get within range and fuck her up.
Cool. So that's it for Tamsin.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So last but not least is Derek.
So when he sees Karen's head burst into flames, without even thinking about it, he reaches out with his gloved hands and just kind of boxes her ears as if he's trying to like smother the flames on her head, and does some bludgeoning damage.
You have advantage.
Oh, that's right. Okay. So that's a 17. Ooh, and a 23.
Yes.
That is a hit.
Okay.
This lady fucked with the wrong retail workers.
Right?
You fucked with the wrong folks.
Ain't nobody fucking with my clique.
Yeah.
We've been in hell for a year. We're done.
Yeah, over it.
We've been this close the entire year.
These anti-infernal oven mitts that I have, probably Tamsin would notice because you're so close, that Direk reaches out and puts either side, and at first it just seems like light, almost glowing oven mitts, and when you look closer, they're actually made of shimmering feathers. And because she is made of primarily fire, do I do double damage to her with these oven mitts?
We'll allow it. Yeah. Let's do it. Yeah.
So that's 4, 3, so 7, that's 10, so 17 points of damage.
Somebody getting the big hits in.
And the whole time he's going, oh no, I'm sorry, oh no. And he's just like patting her continuously.
Flashbacks to Sylvana did basically the same thing to her hair.
Yeah.
Bringing back traumatic memories.
Exactly.
What hell's all about. Also, customer service. All right, so Direct, you're like just patting away at this lady's head, and you're messing up her hair. And she's already terrified because Satan is here now. So she's y'all had a bad day, and now she's having the worst. Anything else for you, Direct?
Nope, that's it.
All right, cool. So with all this taken into account, Cambion Karen is gonna just like freak out and scream. She's going to move away. She's actually going to head your direction, Tamsin. So first, Direct, you will get an attack of opportunity if you would like to take it.
Dang it, bitch.
Yeah.
Go ahead and take it. You still have advantage.
One last swat. That's a nat 20. So
Ooh, nat 20 on the attack of op.
that is a nat 20 on the attack of opportunity. Okay.
Fuck her up, baby. Let's go.
Great. So
And keep in mind, the double damage you deal from your oven mitts is now also doubled because it's a nat
So
20.
you're doing quadruple
You're doing
damage.
quadruple damage.
Oh my god.
Ah, baby boy. Yes.
So that's
Queen punch
17.
her head off like a rock'em sock'em goddamn robot.
Oh my god. Okay, that is a total of 23 points of damage.
God! You just did, oh my god!
Oh my god.
You literally did like more damage in like 1 6-second iteration than like an entire 3 rounds of combat.
It's
in
not
some
even
way.
your
God.
turn.
Oh my god. Okay.
This
Yeah.
is just the attack of goddamn opportunity.
Oh, actually,
You're at
you
a
know what?
bonus
I didn't.
3
I
damage.
forgot to add a 5.
Oh god.
It's just 28.
28.
28.
Okay, so what happens here is Direct, you go in to like pat out the fire one last time as she runs away. Just being like, ooh, I missed some. And you full like slap her wig off.
Oh my god.
Snatch it, baby. Yes.
Mhm. Just full, you literally, the wig gets caught in your like feather oven mitts, and as she runs away, she doesn't even turn around to look. She just reaches up and feels her bald ass head, and you all see it's covered in like scorches and like nasty like dandruff, and it's just it's not it. This is not it. And I'm gonna add another 10 points of psychic damage. Just for the pure audacity.
Yeah.
Incredible. Just the sheer embarrassment she's
Right,
experiencing right now.
Sorry.
It's deserved.
Right. Yeah. So she runs away and she's screaming. Tamsin, she's coming up to you and she sees you. She saw that you tried to attack her, so she's going full on. She's going full on. She's not holding back anymore. So Tamsin, she manifests a devilish, fiendish, like burnt, ashy, just huge handbag. And she goes to whack you in the face with this.
I cast shield.
Cast shield.
Amazing.
Right, to hit you, she got it's a 24 hit.
Okay, an invisible bear, so a +5 to my AC, which only brings me to 21.
So you throw up a shield, but she breaks through it. She passes through your shield and hits you with this giant handbag, and you take 8 points of this is
Burst damage.
This is bludgeoning damage.
Earth damage.
And then you're also going to take an additional 2 points of fire damage.
Is that already halved?
Oh, no, you're resistant. Okay, so it's
I'm
1
resistant.
point of fire damage.
1 point of fire damage.
Alright, cool.
Damage. That puts me at 13. We're
and then
comfy. We're fine.
She's going to continue running past you, only by another 15 feet. So you can get an attack of opportunity as well if you'd like.
Yes. And...
Oh, wait, no. You already used your reaction to use shield. But you see that she's just, she's looking ahead, but you can tell that, Whitney is in that direction as well. And so she's running, screaming, crying. She's got, lava coming down from her eyes. Her makeup is a wreck. Emmy and Karen, she's not it. She is not the moment. So that is it for her turn. So, Whitney, yeah, it's your turn.
So she's coming my way. I'm like, great. I thought everyone else would take care of this and I could just sneak away, but I guess not.
She's still a decent ways away from you, Whitney. Over 60 feet away from you. So, she's 70 feet away from you right now.
Okay. I am going to go for a bonus action hide. I'm going to hide behind a kiosk or a sign or something.
Okay.
No.
Yeah. So there are other tables and stuff here. There's the trash cans. There's places to hide. So if you would like to hide, go ahead. Make a stealth check.
Ugh, that's 11. My dice do not like me.
Oh, no.
I was going to say, based on how well your stealth check is, so you're going to hide. I have good news. You're going to hide no matter what. She's not going to see you. The bad news is, depending on how well your roll is where I was going to determine you'd be hiding. With an 11, I feel like you're probably going to be hiding under a table that's got 2 lemures at it. And they have festering, putrid little, well, not little. They're very sizable. Especially because you're a small-sized creature. They have what look like pimples that are just, constantly spewing out little things. And you're hiding in there. It's not hitting you, the, ooze popping out of these pimples, but, it's definitely not. It's too close for comfort. But you are unseen.
Perfect. I'm going to hold action to shoot her with my laser.
Okay. Hold action to shoot with laser. Sounds good. Alright, so then moving on. Lucian, your turn.
Come on, kitty cousin. Let's go.
I was gonna say, I've registered that Durek's been doing some pretty heavy hitting, so I'm gonna just add to that as a bonus action. So Durek sees this Satan run forward, do the roar, and then turns to him and is like, "Continue to fight the good fight." And I'm gonna give you some bardic inspiration. Yeah. Then, as my action, you know what? I'm gonna run in alongside Tamsin, and I'm gonna go in for another claw attack, keeping it nice and simple.
Nice. So you get just in front of Tamsin, between her and Camby and Karen, and go ahead and make that attack roll. You do have advantage.
That is a 25.
25 hits.
I've got a beefy boy bard. I don't know if y'all can tell.
Beefy.
Listen, playing in strong boys.
We love a himbo, except he doesn't fit the bill. I don't feel like I don't feel like he's kind enough to be a himbo.
I was gonna say he's he's as dumb as a himbo, but he's not pure of heart. So that's another 5
5 damage.
Direct, however, pure of heart, dumb of ass.
Yeah.
Very much.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Himbo.
Egg
100%.
I want that on a t-shirt.
with the direct art as well.
Yeah.
Alright, awesome. So 5 damage, cool. Anything else for you, Lucian?
I'm all good.
Cool. So then, Tamsin, you're up next. Cambion Karen is just in front of Lucian now.
As way of the Kinsei, Tamsin has 2 weapons. She has a whip and a boomerang, but like for flavor, she doesn't have a boomerang. She has a chakra. So we're going to go with the whip. So that makes that a 19.
A 19 exactly hits.
Okay, so we know this bitch is AC now. Okay. All right. So that shit hit. An extra 1d4 damage of the weapon's type. So let me. What
It's like
type?
Lashing, I'm pretty sure, for a whip.
That is 5 points of damage, and that's the bonus attack, or the bonus action. Excuse me. So for her actual attack, I'm going to have her do an unarmed strike.
Closing distance, get up in her face. What?
Yep. Oh yeah, like she's like lashed out with the whip and hit this bitch across the face, and now she's like in her face, going in for the unarmed strike with her claws. That does not fucking hit.
Did you roll advantage?
Oh nope, I did not. I keep forgetting.
She's scared. This bitch is
Frontal
scared.
is the gift that keeps on giving.
It's so good. We
This is
love
honestly too realistic, because like when Karens go off on people, like on customer service employees, and then if the customer service employees came back at them with the same hype, like Karens would be dead straight.
Oh yeah, 100%. They would done. Yeah. Okay, so
does that hit?
that does. Do I get a? Oh, I get a +3 to it as well because of her Path of the Kinsei. So that's no, that does not hit. 12 +3 does not hit.
This Cambion Karen is just way too frantic. She's like grabbing her scalp. She's like freaking out, crying, just being like, Satan, how have I forsaken you? Like, you gotta forgive me. I'm sorry. I torture so many people. I eat so much human skin. It's not even funny. All right. And then next up is Direk. It is your turn. She is 30 feet away from you. You would have to either jump over this to get to her, or you would have to walk around. Either way, you will not be able to get to her in one movement unless you have something extra that I don't know about.
Direk hears a familiar voice going, you there, cover horrific scalp, come here, I cover, we help. And he sees Sylvana start to step towards Cambrian Karen, and so he just launches himself over the counter and dashes to try to close the distance so he can protect Sylvana if he needs to. And that'll
Do you go to Karen or do you go to Sylvana?
I go to Sylvana.
Okay, cool. So you'll get most of the way there. We'll say Sylvana is like at the end of the food court. So she's still pretty far. She's like, I don't know, like 70 something.
Cover that horrible scalp.
Yeah, Sylvana's pretty good where she is. But Derek, you'll get as close to that as you can. So next up is, oh wait, I guess I didn't ask. Whitney, what were you holding your attack for? Like, what was the trigger?
When Karen gets within range.
What's the range?
30 feet?
30 feet? Okay, no, she's not within range. So we will just have her continue to move, which means both Lucian and Tamsin will get more attacks of opportunity. But she's still scared, and she doesn't understand why Satan is like, what she has done wrong.
Forsaken her.
Yeah, why? What has she done?
Okay.
Oh, I rolled so badly.
Oh,
I got an 11 with advantage.
Oh no, you got 11 with advantage? So I got a 14, and then what's the bonus that I get on that?
Your unarmed strike?
Yeah, that's
unarmed strike?
Yeah, I'm doing unarmed strike. So yeah, unarmed strike 14 plus 3, that's 17. I'm just under.
Oh man, she's running and she's picked up speed quite a ways. So we'll just say since she's just mainly scared, we'll just do a dash action, which means she will get within your range, Logan.
Yes.
So
I will have advantage.
Yes, you will.
Alright, so I'm gonna jump out from behind these lemurs and just blast her. Okay, that will not hit. And that will not hit.
Oh, no.
Really? With advantage?
I did not roll above a 9.
Oh, God.
Oh no.
Your dice do hate you.
The lack of a hand
Yeah.
is really, it's throwing Whitney
It struggles.
off.
I had to move my laser to my other wrist.
Mhm. So she is heading past you, Whitney. She won't get past you. She'll get within 5 feet of that table you're in. So are you going to jump out in front of her or at a different angle?
To the side, so I want the table between us.
Okay, cool. So it's your turn now.
Let's do it again.
Yeah.
Still with advantage.
And nope, even worse.
Jeez.
Yep.
Whitney, baby.
Yeah. I'm just blasting the hole in everything except for her.
Yeah. What is happening with Whitney? Tell us. Why is she so...
Whitney, I think she got a little bit of that pus stuff from one of the pimples in her eye.
Oh.
And so when she jumped out,
Oh.
and her laser's on her other hand because she's missing that hand that it was on, and so she's kind of just firing all over trying to get the pus out of her eye. And
God.
she's having the worst day.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably, yeah. All right, so Cambion Karen, I can tell you, is not looking good at all. So, Lucian, it is your turn. She is too far away for you. I don't know if you have any long distance stuff, but physical attacks, she's too far away unless you dash.
I mean, I've got sleep. That feels maybe quite extreme,
Ooh,
but
okay.
we want this combat finished.
Okay.
Get her.
I think that's pretty much all I can do.
I would say put her to sleep, honestly. She does not have the hit points for this. But
That
you
way.
I'm gonna say you might get Whitney in this, but Whitney could maybe use a nap,
Oh.
honestly.
Oh, I don't wanna hurt Whitney.
No, Sis is,
oh
full,
my gosh.
Sis is full Skywalker right now. She needs a little nap. But
Honestly.
Full Skywalker.
So that is 17
Ooh.
total.
Hey, she had 16 hit points left.
Yes.
incredible.
Nice. Oh, that's so sweet.
Fucking sick.
Alright. So yeah, so you go ahead. How do you cast the sleep spell? What does that look like, Lucian?
I think he's in the Satan headspace right now, and so he just looks across at her and says, "You have dishonored me. You do not deserve to retain your consciousness. Submit."
The Force.
Yeah.
The power that has.
Listen, he has a commanding presence, even though he is a complete douchebag,
It's not always the way.
isn't it?
Cambion Karen is gonna legit, willingly be like, I'm so sorry. I had such a bad day. I ordered a cold brew and they gave me a lukewarm brew. And I'm
Ugh.
sorry.
Excuse me, you had a bad day. What?
She straight up just slowly sits to the ground, and then as she's kneeling, she just zonks out hardcore, smack into the floor, her face, and it goes back to fire.
Where's Putrid at the moment?
Putrid is gone. You do not see Putrid.
Oh.
You do not know what happened to them.
They made their escape.
After Cambion Karen evaporates into flames, Durek, Lucian, Whitney, and Tamsin also evaporate into flames. And you arrive at the office of one Pervious Pennypincher, aka the owner of the Infernal Plaza.
Because my day could get worse, right?
The next generation of technology is here. The new iPhone 666 is equipped with brand new features like a longer-lasting battery, now with vampiric functionality, allowing you to siphon the life force of those around you for an extra jolt of power. A high-resolution front-facing camera, specially designed to highlight and enhance your most gruesome facial features. And of course, enough storage space to imprison an entire city's worth of damned souls, perfect for the devil on the go. The new iPhone 666. Oh, and it can make calls and stuff too, I guess. You are all seated in really, just to each one of you, too. To each one of you. So the chairs are slightly different sizes, but each chair is ever so slightly too small. And so it just pinches your sides just a little tiny bit. You're all seated directly next to each other. So we're going to say the order is Lucian, Whitney, Tamsin, and Derek. And you see gold coins, and they go into the shape of a creature and are then coated in blood. And the blood seeps over the gold coins to form the shape of Pervious Penny Pincher. It's not pretty. This creature is a certain type of devil called an Amnesu, I believe it's pronounced, which is like a giant, fat, bald, he's basically egg-shaped. He's got tiny little wings that definitely could not, levitate him an inch off the ground. He's so fucking big. Covered in wrinkles, and they're so pronounced. They're, completely black. His skin is entirely red. His teeth, he smiles at you all. And he's got teeth that are just coated in some icky, brownish gold filth.
Ugh.
And he looks at all of you, and he says, "So, I heard that you all were doing something you weren't supposed to be doing. What do I do to employees who step out of line?"
Fire them, sir.
I was getting into my. I'm so sorry, sir, that if I overstepped, but I just really feel like to truly embody Satan, this holidays, I need to be able to be in the role properly. You know?
Lucian, he snaps his fingers. Your tongue is gone.
Oh God!
Tamsin is kind of taking the measure of him. Can I make an insight check?
I'm actually going to ask everyone to make your choice between an insight or a investigation or a perception.
Yes, I am proficient in insight, so I get a +2 to that. Let's see here. Oh shit, yes, that's a 21.
14. I switched over to IRL dice, and I'm still rolling bad.
Whitney, you could do investigation because you have advantage if you would prefer.
Yeah, let's do that. Hey, there we go.
Hey.
That's a modified 20.
Dirty 20.
I don't know shit. I got a 3.
Very concerned about your tongue.
Yes. Yeah, I think, to be fair, I think Lucian takes a moment and is very seriously distressed by the lack of tongue. And then continues, he spent, a little bit of time. He's familiar with Jacques Lecoq and, the French school of theatre. And so he begins just miming enthusiastically and very badly.
What Derek get?
Well, Derek rolled a 1, -1.
Oh my god, you sweet summer child.
Yeah,
So Derek got a straight up 0.
straight up 0. He is completely, unaware of what to do in this
Head
situation.
empty. No thought.
So,
No
what?
thoughts.
That is so bad. We're going to have to come back to that. It's so bad. Derek rolled a nat 1 and has a -1 modifier to this. So that is...
Yeah.
That is okay.
That is truly awful. That feels like a hate crime. But
Feels like it should be illegal.
Not deserve this.
But also very appropriate.
We'll work from top down then. So I think Tamsin got the highest with a 21. So Tamsin, you made an insight check, correct?
yes.
Okay, so with your insight and that high of an insight, the first thing that Tamsin notices, Penny Pincher is paying you no mind, not looking at you, refuses to make eye contact, is very deliberately not looking at any part of you at all, as if he knows there's someone there, but he cannot tell who, and he doesn't want to know who, is what it seems like.
Okay.
In addition to that, you'll also notice that he is acting with a level of casualness. Like he's not as business or as like strict as you've heard. All right, so Whitney, you got a 20 on investigation, correct?
Correct.
Okay, so as that's happening, we're going to move the story along just a little bit. So Pervious Pennypincher is not only here in the flesh, if you could call it that, he has brought along something that Whitney recognizes very well. It's that you all have gotten yourselves in a bit of trouble. And so now, I have to decide if it's time for you to pay the price. And with a wave of his nasty, elongated fingers, pop up 4 gems. These are gems specifically created to serve one purpose, and that is the purpose to contain souls. Each one has a character to it. So let's say direct stone looks very thick and brawny, has a hue of green to it. At the very top, kind of has a crack in it, where his head would be.
Yep.
Tamsin's is very thorny and spiky. It's dark shades of reds and purples and hot pinks and blues in there. Whitney's is very circular and smooth, very small compared to the others, and it looks very, concealed, as if it were smaller than it should be for some reason. And then Lucian's is the most basic, boring gem any of you've ever seen.
It's just a rock. It's just
It's a rock. Lucian's gem is a rock.
Granite. It's just polished granite.
If you Google image the word rock, that is Lucian's soul stone.
Oh my god.
Search rock.
We want to see everyone scan art specifically for Lucian's stuff.
Lucian soul.
Whitney, seeing those with your investigation, giving them even just the slightest once-over, they only appear for a second. They're only there for a second. He shows them, and then he banishes them. You see them for only, literally, a split second. Whitney, with an investigation of 20, which is exactly what you needed to get this, you can tell one of them was empty.
Was it the rock?
Was it the tinfoil wrapper that was wadded up next to the other ones?
It was so fast. It went by so fast that you're not sure which one, but you knew just because you have such proficient eye. You have such a proficient eye for this exact detail that you knew one of them seemed like it was empty. One of them should have had it, one of them could have had it, one of them didn't. And so there was something wrong there, but it went by so fast you couldn't tell which one. But you know that means somebody in this room still has possession of their own soul. Lucian, you feel your tongue slowly begin to grow back.
Ugh.
Yeah, you feel full on,
No.
what that process is like. Not enough to where you can, utter speech properly. You can feel it slowly growing back, and it's kind of painful. It's not crazy pain. It's not enough to where you would take damage, but it is you kind of want to retch. You feel like something's coming up. If you were to throw up, but it's not quite that. You can try to throw up, but obviously,
It kind of feels like a slug just crawling from the back of your throat.
Yeah, but it's slower than that. It's a slow regeneration, and you can tell with your 3 that this was meant to be. This could have been done instantaneously, and it was meant to be uncomfortable. But you don't get a read on Pennypincher at all.
No. That tracks.
Drek. Oh no, you're zero.
Drek,
Our sweet boy.
Drag.
with a nat 1 that turned into a 0.
Oh, honey.
Getting promoted.
He's letting us go. We're free.
I won D&D.
Direct. With a nat 1 that turned to a 0, you feel a sudden spike of infernal psychic energy invade your mind. It's meant to be intrusive and like you feel like you have no privacy. You couldn't hold a secret if you wanted to. You feel completely, it's more than naked, you feel completely exposed and raw. As if like you literally didn't even have skin is how you feel. That lasts for a second. And then coming back away from that feeling, you know the name Sylvana, but you don't know who that is.
Cruel!
Oh.
Worse than the hand.
It's worse than the hand.
You have the sudden sense that something that you love with all of your heart is ripped away from you, and then you instantly forget about it.
Oh no.
So nat ones are absolutely terrible. Just so
Oh.
everyone knows if they haven't caught
Oh,
on.
hell.
That
Oh
is
my
that is my
God.
favorite flavor of D&D, to be fair.
Oh.
So, Penny Pincher says, "No, I think I'll leave you all around for a bit longer." Tamsin, you notice when he waves to everybody, his fingers specifically, they literally point at you for just like a split second. "I'll leave you all alone for now, but this is your final warning. Don't make me regret it."
Tamsin, as he like points at her, she doesn't know if he thinks he's being subtle, but a kind of reaction comes out of her, and it's this kind of like this like feline like warning kind of growl, and she like doesn't even realize she's doing it, and then she's like and she stops herself, but like she also is like now keenly watching him to see if if he reacts to her, because he's been intentionally avoiding her.
I'll just let you know, he does not. He does not. That was literally the only way he dignified your presence at all.
Though I have to say I'm so sorry for everything that happened. I feel I promise nothing like this will happen again.
Just stop. Just stop. Just stop. That's enough. That's enough.
The doors behind you to his office melt, and he just turns away from you. And then if you don't get up immediately, your chairs begin to hurt. So anyone who doesn't jump up takes 4 damage.
No, like
Right,
Tamsin's
immediately
getting out of there as
Jumping
soon as she
out.
can.
Yeah.
Whitney's not gonna leave right away. Whitney's gonna survey the office. Like, take note of, like, where everything is and how big the room is. Look for any, like, air vents or anything.
Okay. We'll keep that with your 20 investigation. Unless you want to roll a new one.
No, let's keep the 20.
Okay, cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
Day I've been having.
Okay. All right. So cool. So you take some notes. I won't explain them now, but you get a note of his place of the office and how it works and everything. So you go out. As soon as you're all out, the doors like unmelt, basically. They like ooze back up into shape. And you see a extremely heavy, extremely thick, like cartoonish lock appear on the door. And it's emblazoned with what you can tell is hellfire.
Love that for me. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you are all outside his office and free to go about your business. It's pretty much just like a long hallway, completely dark. Like it's the kind of black where it's like, it looks like there's depth to it, but if you go to touch the walls, it's just a wall.
Oh.
Very thin. Only like 2 of you could walk parallel to each other.
Can Whitney insight the group to see if I can gauge if anyone has a soul? Question mark?
Yeah, go ahead. Make an insight check.
Cast Insight Soul. Okay. That's good. That is a 24.
Oh, shit.
Ooh,
All of your good rolls are coming out now.
look at you.
Come on, narrative rolls.
This is where Whitney shines. She's an intellectual.
Okay, so with that, that's really good. That's really good. Whitney, based just on what you've seen of these people just right now, I can say you get the sense any one of them could stop their soul for these particular reasons. Direct still has the capability of love, and you know that. You saw that based on the way that they ran to Sylvana. You are not aware that Direct has no memory of this person now. You are unaware of that. But based on that alone, you think there could be something there. With a 24 insight on Tamsin, you can tell Tamsin has a very, very buried, very deep kept guilt and sadness to her. It's only in like the slightest, like the way she like ever so quickly like looks down and then like, you know, readjusts her gaze to be at where it was before. It's just super subtle, but based on your experiences with like people and studying them, you know there's more to Tamsin that you're not seeing, that she is intentionally hiding. I think Whitney knows a lot about hiding big parts of themselves. And then with Lucian, you see someone who has desires for something greater than what you think they could ever accomplish. But the fact that there is a desire and a longing there makes you feel like that is something that a soulless person cannot have. You've interacted with devils, and you all know by this point, devils do not have souls. The capacity for like love and longing is something that's not really capable in the devil. If it is, it's usually for like a darker, like Putrid. He didn't just want to have freedom, be away from his mom. He specifically wanted his mom to like be dead. You know what I mean? Like he wanted Canby and Karen to like be harmed and be away from him. So it wasn't as like pure of heart as it might have seemed.
Right, like it wasn't just wanting safety, it was wanting vengeance.
Yeah, that's what you get off of them, Whitney. So, with that being said, what do you all do from here? You have your hallway, you can talk amongst each other. Lucian, maybe not so much.
I just think Lucian turns to the others and is like, what?
It is physically painful to hear you try to speak. So maybe we wait a little bit. Like, stick your tongue out. Stick your tongue out right now.
Listen.
Nope, don't want to.
I'm an artist. I can work around this. This is just like a vocal exercise that I did when I was in Varda.
It sounds like you're going into anaphylactic shock right now. So maybe we don't. And she's gonna like turn to Derek and like check on him because he's been real fucking quiet the whole time. So she's just gonna kind of like debates like putting a hand on his shoulder and then like thinks the better of it and is like, "Hey, big guy, how are you?"
I'm okay. I'm a little sad, but I don't know why.
Is it because of that Cambion that attacked you? Like that's not your fault, honey. I was there for the whole thing.
I just thought that everyone would know that a hellhound on a stick, they served hellhound on the stick. I didn't know that she didn't know.
No, like she should have. Like that's not on you, big guy. Like that's not your fault.
Okay.
Promise. I'm the assistant manager at the Hell Topic. Do you like soft things, cute things?
I love soft, cute things.
Let's get you something cute and soft. And Tamsin's gonna like walk with.
I love it. Like her little hand in his like big hand, just like leading him to Hell Topic.
So does everyone make their way down the hallway? And it's pretty obvious, like there's an elevator from here. It's literally, there's nothing else.
I think Lucian, after coughing several times and doing doing horrible like the tip of the tongue, the teeth on the lips, teeth and the lips, the tip of the and back. What were those
Oh joy.
stones about? Does anybody understand what that was about? There was some very attractive stones and then this rock thing. I think that's probably to do with the slightly less intelligent one among us, if you know what I mean.
I don't think I do know what you mean. Maybe you should explain it.
Oh, sorry. Not everyone is as versed in subtext as I am. Because see, I do a lot of textual studies. So I'm talking about the brawny fellow among us. What was your name, sir?
Me?
So you want to insult him without knowing his...
It's
is
not
like
an insult.
breathing.
We all have different skills. You know, for example, I am incredibly accomplished and charismatic. This fellow here dealt a very severe blow. I'm very, very still impressed by that. I've done some stage combat in my time, but that was something else.
No, I think it's generally a better gauge to let other people tell you you're charismatic. I think the general rule is if you have to say it, you're not.
No, I think you'll find out I'm quite popular, even here, which is
Hey,
quite a surprise.
let's bring it down a notch. So,
Whitney clapping with one hand.
clapping against my stub. Alright, so the initial question that was posed was very much in my department, literally the store that I work at. It holds gems that have souls in it, and that's precisely what those were. They were all stones or gems that housed our individual souls.
Lovely.
I like the green one.
The green one was very pretty.
Do you think that could be our ticket out of here?
It is very possible. I'm gonna look into some stuff, but this whole little group here should regroup maybe later tonight after mall close.
Yeah,
I have some thoughts.
that's
I
fine.
have customers. Oh no! And Direct just books it. Starts Hellhound on a stick.
Direct, as you're booking it
Sweet
back
child.
to your workplace, you run directly past Sylvana's kiosk. And I'm going to say everybody else notices. Sylvana not only notices Direct, but has a very noticeable expression when she sees him of like, oh, my hero.
Oh no!
Direct does not even pause, does not even think to pause as he rushes back to Hellhound on a stick.
Oh man.
Right past.
Oh no!
Oh no.
Devastating.
Whitney, where are you headed to?
Back to work. I have some things to look at.
Whitney's going to head back to work. We'll just assume you get there. What are you going to do once you get there, Whitney?
So Whitney is going to make sure there's no customers, and she's not even going to unlock the store because it's locked up from lunch. And she's going to go to the back and start pulling out blueprints of the mall and like some stuff she's like written and scribbled in the corners, and like all the employees' names are on a list, and they coordinated with color-coded like things, all schematics of the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And she's going to start like making notes about like the stones.
Is this normal stuff for a jewelry worker to have?
Not particularly, but she's a rogue. She's an inquisitive rogue. She's been looking for a way out of the mall for a year.
So
So what
she's
you're
been
saying is she took this job to case the joint.
not saying that.
Those
yeah,
words
definitely
weren't
not saying
I mean,
said.
I'm not saying. You might be saying.
Yeah, she's gonna add the office to the blueprints that she's made, and then she's gonna start flipping through some of the gem instruction manuals about the stones. That's what she's gonna do.
Cool. So Tamsin, where do you go after you exit the elevator?
After Tamsin exits the elevator and sees that go down with Sylvana, she's definitely not friends with Direct. She doesn't have any friends at the mall, really, anywhere. Except for maybe at the monastery back home. And so, she sees that interaction and she, like, notices it as weird because she's seen that gangly fucker, like, get real awkward around Sylvana and, like, just obvious telltale I've got a crush kind of stuff usually. And like for him to not even notice her, she like definitely like that in the back of her head and like just heads back to Hell Topic and like starts to pull and set aside a couple of stuffed animals for when they meet up later for Direct to pick from, trying not to think about how Pervious was like actively avoiding looking at her. But, like, that's kind of all she can think about is, like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, that doesn't feel good. Like, if a fucking higher devil won't even look at you, like,
Audacity.
Mm-hmm.
Lucian. So before you even get a chance to think about what you want to do, everybody else has gone off. You probably just head back to where you are, but you don't get far. You feel a tug on the bottom of your little, like, devil pants. They're, like, furry bottoms, meant to look like... Yeah, they're meant to look like the cloven, like, how the typical picture of Lucifer, like, Satan is, like, half goat or something.
Yeah, like the Baphomet feet.
Yeah, the Baphomet.
Yeah.
So you get a tug on there, and you don't see anything until you do. Putrid
He casts invisibility on himself.
becomes uninvisible and pulls out a key. And this key looks exactly like the size of key that would fit into the lock of Pervious Pennypincher's office.
Oh.
And he says, "This is for helping me with my mom. I appreciate it so much, Satan. You're my best friend. Here, I want you to have this."
Oh my god. Oh, baby.
I want to take Putrid home. He's so cute. They're so cute. Well, Satan thanks you for your cunning work, little one. I told you that doll would work. It was just a little bit of a long game, you see. You have to wait for it to properly get enacted. Thank you. Thank you very much. You don't have a demon or devil or anyone looking after you anymore, do you? What do you do now?
I don't know. I never been alone before. I'm scared, Satan. And he like bunches up your like devil costume belly. He's like flew up a little bit to like your tummy. And he's like, "I'm alone now. I don't know what that even means."
Well, the thing about Satan is, he needs some minions and accomplices, and well, I figure myself as a bit of a mentor figure. So why don't you stick with me, just for a little while?
I can do that. I like that idea, Satan. Such a smart person. Such a smart devil man. Let's be friends forever. His little like bat ears like glitter really like butterfly wings.
Oh my god.
And just like that, you hear the sound of every door, every gate to every store in the mall shut closed hard, and an alarm goes off, and you hear someone speak over the PA. "We have a loose imp who has stolen the key to Pervious Pennypincher's office in the Infernal Plaza. Find the imp and destroy it on sight." Lucian, you see about 6 chain devil guards come out of the elevator and stare directly at you and Putrid. And that's the end of the episode.
No! Damn it.
Hello, listeners. We hope you enjoyed this episode of Employees Be Damned. Look forward to new episodes every other week as we follow our imprisoned employees through this infernal adventure. Make sure to follow Brain Adventures on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Thanks for listening, and have a happy holidays.